Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever in the world you might happen to be. Love you. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where the heck I'm at. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you guys can see me because I can't see me. Oh, God. I'm waiting for some people to get in here. I have no idea. I can't see if there's anybody here. Okay, it says I got 3 people in here. Oh, shit. If you're going to talk to me, you got to talk to me through the chat because I got this blown up so bad that I literally can't see anything else. I couldn't even, I can't even see to clear out the. Alright, somebody's saying something. I don't know who that is. Because I can't see it. I know somebody's chatting. How the hell is she? I don't know how she did that. Paige, you're going to have to shrink this a little bit. Yeah, because I can't see when somebody's typing something new in. How'd you do that? I tried to and it wouldn't do anything. Barely. Hello, Miss Nat. Who is that? Nicole. How is everyone? Okay. Canadian witches in here? You can use it, yes. Anyways, yeah, it's because it's charging stuff up. Anyways, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. This is Ghost Dog, and this may be my last. Well, I'm pretty sure it is going to be my last one because, quite honestly, I can't see anymore. My vision is about 90% screwed. Everything is blurry to me. Uh, it's just life sucks right now. But as I was saying, there's a couple of reasons why I'm coming up here. Uh, Damn it, what should I do with the remote? I would have my PayPal up there, except that somehow, some way, uh, all my information on my Google screen is gone. My Venmo information, my PayPal information, my Cash App information, Hell, even my Twitter X, I can't get into. And I need my PayPal up there and the Cash App information up there because there's a main reason why I came up here. It isn't just for the last live stream. It's I wanted to update you guys what's going on as far as my health, what's going on with the family, what's going on with the car. I got great news and bad news about the car, and like I said, because of my health issues, I this is gonna be about it, folks. This is gonna be it. If you see me any other way, it's just me probably going on somebody else's live, and that's about it. My YouTube days are basically done until I could get at least my vision corrected. But right now, I'm kind of hands are tied, can't do too damn much. So, wait to see if more people get the word out because I can't even advertise that I'm even live right now. I literally can't even tell people that I'm live. So share me out, post me out, let them know this is it. This is the last show. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Oh, sorry, baby. Sorry. Anybody can hear me? Can you say you can hear me? If I loud and clear? Can anybody hear me? Hello? Okay, you can hear me. Good. Good, good, good. Now, I just wait for a couple more people to come in because I am really, really weak. I'm really, really tired. I have no energy. And the only reason I'm doing this, literally, is because two things. One, because of my health, and that it's gone to hell. I got a next 3 month checkup to see where my numbers are uh, with the doctor, see if anything's changed or not. And like I said, the other reason is it has something to do with the car and something very, very critical and uh, extremely important. As far as the car is concerned, we got it running. The car runs. Actually, it's been running for about 3 or 4 weeks now. We end up having to take it to the garage because, like I said, I couldn't see anything anymore. Uh, last you guys probably heard about the car was the fact that everything was put together. We just couldn't get it to power up, even though it had power. So we ended up taking it to the garage. It sat there for almost a month, and he got it running. The mechanic got it running. I guess it came down to a couple things weren't plugged or were needed to be replaced. A couple plugs needed to be replaced or something like that. But the end result was we got it running, and we were doing okay. Who is that? Yep, last live stream because I can't see anymore. I have no energy for it. My vision's down to about 90% blindness. There's just nothing I could do about it. I have this. If you guys could see, I had to have Paige blow this up so big, and I'm still having a hard time reading what it is I'm looking at. And I don't even know who the hell I'm talking to. Oh, Canadian? Is that is that Canadian witch? Yeah, it is. My baby girl. But anyways, yeah. If anybody sees me on any live streams, it's because I'm coming in as a guest. Uh, but otherwise, yeah, my health is deteriorated so bad. I'm from 320, 330 pounds. I'm down to about 200 pounds. Uh, I am so weak. It takes me 10 minutes just to straighten out the blankets on my bed. Everywhere I walk, I'm unsteady. I'm wobbling, and I can't stand more than 5 minutes. without having to sit down. I haven't been outside in a month and a half, especially since the snows, because I know damn well, as unsteady as I am right now, I will slip, I will fall, and I will break something. That's not even a question. It will happen. I have to have my family and my neighbors help me out. There's a lady up here you probably saw, Miss Nicole. She is our neighbor lady, and she's been a real angel helping me out with this and that. She's the one that gets my medication, which I'm out on the 16th. I got to go back to the doctor, as I was saying earlier, for a 3 month evaluation and see where I'm at, see where my A1C is at, which is 8.1, by the way. So I am definitely diabetic. Uh, and I've got a lot of other health issues. And I know a couple of you guys can probably laugh at this. I think it's funny, but it's dead serious. I may, and I'm not saying it's confirmed yet because there's other tests that has to be done. But from all appearances, well, we know for a fact that was one of the things I was going to show you guys screenshots of my chart, my medical chart, so you guys can see, so I'm not making this crap up. It's actually very real. Matter of fact, if Nicole was here, she would verify that because she's seen my chart. I know Mike has seen my chart. Matter of fact, Mike let me in a few things that I didn't even know about my medical chart. Like I definitely have scoliosis times two. The vertebrae in my neck is crushed, or they're crushing. It's getting really really bad. Uh, which may or may not be the reason why I have some type of nerve damage. I do have nerve damage, severe nerve damage. I'm on Gap. What is it called? Gab, Gapentin for the nerve stuff, which I ran out about 3 days ago. So I'm in extreme pain right now. So please bear with me. I I'm, I don't want to take ibuprofen if I absolutely have to because that's the other thing we found out. We found out my kidneys are messed up. My lungs are definitely messed up. Uh, I'm just one good thing that stopped about 2 months ago is I'm not passing out. Now, if I get up too fast, yeah, I'm going back down. Uh, I'm extremely weak. I spend about 80% of the time in bed because I just can't go anywhere. It's really, really hard. I can't do anything for myself almost anymore. Uh, oh, one of the things I was going to tell you was I may have, it is not certified or verified, but the evidence is definitely there. There's actually X-rays or CT scans of my brain, and it's shrinking, which could be a sign of Alzheimer. So either way, it's definitely there. You can physically see my brain shrinking. The list just goes on and on and on of my health issues. Much more information than I ever thought there was. I thought there was just a few things, but when Mike got reading into my chart, my medical charts from the emergency room visits and doctor's visits, yeah, I'm messed up. I am so messed up. Oh my God, I'm just a walking disaster. So I really am. I'm literally a walking disaster. It's going to be months before they finally figure out exactly what's going on with me and if they can even fix anything. I don't know. But like I said, the reason I say last live stream is simply I can't see anymore. I don't have the energy like I used to. This is extremely hard for me to do this, but like I said, I know it's coming. I've kind of figured that out few months ago that my streaming days are pretty much done. Uh, but like I said, there is a main reason. The other reason why I'm on here, I'm really trying to avoid saying it because I really hate to end my last live stream on something that's been going on for the last year. But we have no choice. We especially now, we absolutely don't have any choice. And that's the simple fact that our car, like I said, we got it running. The car is running. Actually, Colleen's been out door dashing uh, with my oldest because my oldest is the only one that has a phone that works outside of the house. Because of the year of no work, no extra income, our phones got behind and they're all turned off. Except for my oldest, whose phone is on a separate pay program. So when they go out, they only go out basically when she's off work, and that's like 2 3 hours a day, and that's it. I'm still waiting to do SSI or SSDI so I can get some funds in here. But as I was saying, it's the fact that we ran into a problem, and it's kind of funny because it's almost the same problem where the car sat for 3 years in the driveway. After we almost got it going, it developed a gas leak. Now, the HHR are notorious for gas leaks. The fuel lines rust out. I don't know if it's lack of undercoating, the material they use, whatever. Every HHR gets a gas leak. It is in the same spot on just about every single HHR. And that's what happened the first time around. Well, we knew we had a leak, but we figured we had a couple of weeks to get it fixed. I can't fix it no more because I simply can't see it to fix it. Otherwise, it's an easy fix. It takes less than 15 minutes to fix, especially if you have the materials. But when you can't see, and Colleen's not mechanical at all, and none of the girls, of course, uh, so we developed a gas leak. It was just a couple drops here and there, no biggie. Something we could manage, we could work with. Well, yesterday, uh, Colleen was going to pick up Sage, and I don't know if you guys do this or not about fuel lines, but generally there's 60 pounds of pressure going through the fuel lines. Well, that leak is no more a leak. It just done blew the fuel line out. It's Kelly said she went from almost full tank down to a quarter a tank in minutes. It's literally just dumping right out. It blew the line. Again, it's an easy fix if you have the materials and if it's warm. Well, we don't have necessarily all the materials, and it definitely is not warm. And since I can't see to fix it, and we have no choice, we need this car. If any of you's been with me for the last year knows how much problems we've had with this car. And we finally fucking got it going. Just to have this is just like it's one headache after another. See, we got a lot of stuff we got to do with the car. We got internet bills, and the thing is, I wouldn't even be doing this as far as trying to raise money because we could work. We got a car. We'd make our own damn money. But because the fuel line's blown, we can't work. We can't DoorDash. We can't do anything with the car until that fuel line gets fixed. If we had a couple of weeks, I'm sure we could figure something out. But we don't. See, when we got the car running, the ECM got changed, reset. Everything got reset. And when we took it to the emissions to get it passed, it would not pass. Even though it wasn't throwing any engine lights, any check engine lights, it wouldn't pass because it didn't have enough miles on it. So we could get registration, stickers for the license plate, and all that. We had to get a temporary plate, which we did get, but it's only good for 30 days. We only got a week left, and that's it. Well, as I was saying, we finally got some miles, but because of that fuel leak, you're not taking a car that's got leaking gas to the emissions place. It won't pass. I don't know how Collie did it, but also yesterday in the morning, she took the car in and the car passed. So we're legal. We passed the emissions. So all we had to be concerned about is doing enough door dashing to get the money for the registration and stuff like that. And that's when all disaster went. That's when all hell broke loose. We blew the fuel line, the gas line. So now we can't even put gas in it without it just coming right back out. It's going to just pour right back out. So we have to get that fixed. So we can't even use the car to make our own money to get the parts or get enough money to take it to the garage to get it done quickly and done right the first time because we can't make any money. So here I am on my last live stream as Ghost Dog on Haunted Trucking asking for your help. We need to come up with between $100 to $200. I know this is probably the worst month. I mean, it's just stacking all kinds of worse bad luck and bad omen shit and stuff like that. Because this is a holiday month. It's Christmas coming up, and I know for a fact you all got family to take care of and people and friends and stuff like that. Why could this happen in January or February? But the thing is, it did. It's happened now. We got less than a week to get that gas line fixed. That's our major goal right now is getting that gas line fixed so we can get back out there and make our own money for our registration and insurance and stuff like that. But it's critical we raise money to get this fuel line fixed. So I'm begging you. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your friends. This is the last time. This is my last live stream, and I'm going out asking us to get the car fixed again because it does run. We go out there, it starts right up. We just can't keep gas in it because of the blown line, and we need parts, or we need to get the car to the garage. Now I already talked to the garage. It's going to cost $20 just to lift it up to find the exact spot. Now, what is it going to cost to repair it? I honestly don't know. So I'm guessing it's going to be between $100 to $200. So I need to raise at least $100 ASAP, and I'd like to get it tonight because I want to get the car in the garage. We got to get this car running because we only got like 4 or 5 days left, and then I don't know what we're going to do for registration, but we got to get the car registered. But like I said, I'm not worried about registration fees, which cost what, 120 some dollars to get the car registered. But we're not worried about that because we can make our own damn money. We just need to get the car fixed, get that fuel line fixed ASAP. Now, generally, I don't know what happened to Google, but all my information that I normally put up there for my PayPal, my Cash App, even my Venmo, it's gone. It's all gone. I can't retrieve it. Now I have it on my iPad, but that's it. So if any of my friends out there's got my links, post them. Please do post them. And like I said, I'm in a lot of pain right now. I really, really am hurting because my nerve, I ran out of my nerve stuff. Uh, 3 days ago. Yeah, 4 days ago. So that's where I'm at. That's what's going on. We need help. And we need help fast. The sooner we could get this money raised, the sooner we can get this car fixed and get back on the road. Like I said, it isn't a, it isn't a matter of if get the car running. The car is running. Car has been running for 2, 3 weeks now. We just blew a fuel line, and that's what you get when a car sits so long. You gotta remember the car sat for almost a year, and the car is almost 16 years old. So it's gonna have some rust on it, and this definitely did. I've had to repair the fuel lines once because it sat. At that time, it sat for almost 3 years, and definitely had to get stuff fixed. But right now, we got. I've got to get this fuel line repaired. And like I said, it's going to cost anywhere between $100 to $200. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I just know it's going to cost because I can't do it. I physically cannot do it. I would love to because you guys know me. I like repairing my own stuff. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. God, I need somebody's help out there to do this live stream. Give me a minute. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to find my pay information through my tablet because I can't find it through the computer because some reason Google just somehow delete it. Matter of fact, everything on here, it's not even my stuff. It's like it's somebody else's stuff. I mean, it's my information, but even Twitter's gone. I can't even log into my Twitter from my computer. Now I could do it from everything else, just not through the computer system. You know, usually there's tabs. I even went to my bookmark, which I have hundreds of stuff bookmarked. They're all gone. All the bookmarks are gone. So give me a couple minutes. I will be right back. I see if I can link in some of my pay links. Because like I said, we got to raise that money. We got to get that fuel line fixed. I want to get it fixed tomorrow so we can get back to work. And like I said, the car is running. The car is absolutely running. And there ain't a damn thing wrong with it except for a burst fuel line, which happened yesterday. And being in the middle of the winter, we need the car more than just working and making money. We need the car to get uh, Sage to work. Because remember, and I don't guys know this in the past, she works 4 miles from here. And generally she walks. Well, it's down in the teens over here. So we can't have her be walking to work. She's already sick as it is right now. So give me a few minutes and I shall be right back. Okay, I found it. Now I gotta get it pinned. I gotta figure out how to do this. All right. Okay. Sorry it took so long. Don't realize how many messages Fallen Angel and I write each other. But then again, we are best friends, so have been best friends for years. See, she sent me all my links one time, Christ, almost a year ago. So I got to go through almost a year's worth of messages just to find the links. But we got it now. Now the reason that it's up there, again, the car is running, folks. The car is running. Matter of fact, Colleen's been working for the last 2-3 weeks. The problem is she only can work 3 to 4 hours a day, and that's it. Because the year, it took almost a year to get the car fixed, uh, and nobody coming in, we lost our phones. So the only person that has a phone that we can use outside of the house is Sage. And we have to wait till she's done with work and to use her phone. And she works the next day, so she can't stay out that long. So, but we were making money. We were kind of getting our asses back together. But then we ran into an issue. We had a fuel leak, a gas leak. And now it wasn't much, it just started about a week ago. And we were just going to save up money and go get it fixed. Yesterday, uh, the fuel line blew. It completely blew out to the point that Kelly said she was almost a full tank of gas, and it was poured out so much that by the time she got back to the house, it was down to a quarter tank. It's literally poured out just as fast as it's going in. So we have to get that fixed because we got to get the car registered. We only got about 4 or 5 days left to come up with $121, which we could do, but we got to work and get the car registered, get the car insured, reinsured, and things like that. So like I said, I wouldn't be doing this if the car was working fine, if the fuel line had blown. But the fuel line blew, and there ain't nothing I could do about it. I cannot fix it because I am 90% blind. My youngest blew up this so I could just barely see what you guys are saying as it is. So to get it fixed, since I can't fix it, which is actually an easy fix, just got to get the parts. But because I can't fix it, and with the weather being in the teens, uh, we had to take it to the garage. And I already called them, and they said it would be $20 just to lift it up to find the problem. It's what is it going to cost to get it fixed? And like I said, it is an easy fix. So I'm thinking if I can raise $200, we could get this car in the garage and have it fixed tomorrow and get back to work. So we can pay off our registration, get the car registered, because we just got it passed through emissions. Literally, yesterday morning, Kelly came up, we were talking, and she said, the car passed the emissions. Now, why is that such a big deal? Well, because after a year of trying to fix the car the first time after the change of the transmission, the clutch and all that, we could get the car to start. It just wouldn't power up. and my health just went downhill ever since the car broke down. And it got to the point I just couldn't see inside the car anymore. I don't know what the hell I was looking at. And finally, my oldest, she says, enough's enough. Winter's coming. She isn't walking to work, which is 4 miles away, in the cold, because that's basically what she was doing. So she saved up some money herself, and we took the car to the garage. It cost us almost $500 to get the car fixed, but we did get it running. The car is running. We can go out there right now and fire the car right up. No problem. It drives and everything else. The problem is there's no gas in it because it's the fuel line blew. So we got to take it back to the garage and get that fuel line fixed. And we got to do it ASAP. I'm talking ASAP as in yesterday. But because nobody's got any extra money, there is no extra money. We can't make our own money. Even though we got a car now, we can't make our own money because the fuel line's blown. So yeah, this is my last live stream, but it's also my last time asking for help because after this, we're done. The car is just, it's a curse than a blessing. So yeah, if you can help out, I got the links up there. I just try to raise $100, $200, whatever you can help with will go towards the car. And literally, we'll get the car. We got just enough gas to fire the car up and get it to the garage. That way they could fix it and get it done. And so we could get back to work, possibly tomorrow night. But we got to have the money because they won't fix it and not release the car. And release the car without paying them. So, yeah. So please, please, please. If you can help out, anything will help out. $5, $10. Hell, if you can afford it, $100. Whatever you can help with. This is our last hurrah, I guess you could say. But we got to get this car fixed. And we got to get it fixed now. So we can get back to work. Because, like I said, the car's running. Car's running. Colleen's actually been working the last couple of weeks. But now everything's at a standstill. You know, we had plans to go shopping today, grocery shopping. Uh, but that just got blown right out of the water. I don't know what Sage is going to do for work tomorrow because unless we get the car in, we raise his money, there ain't nothing I could do. I, if I could see and I wasn't in so much pain, I'd fix it. It'd only take me about 15, maybe an hour at the most to fix it. I would just need the parts. But like I said, my health has deteriorated so bad. I'm 90% blind. I everything is the left eye's gone. The right eye just about gone. Everything's blurry to me. Everything has a white haze over it. I can barely make out stuff. When somebody walks up to the door, unless they're right in front of my face, I have no idea who's standing in the doorway. Not a frickin' clue. When I look at my tablet and stuff like that, I have to have it within an inch or two from my face just so I can see what the hell's even on the screen. I ran out of nerve pills 3 days ago, and I am in so much pain. But I'm not. I only got 5 days. On the 16th, I got a doctor's, so I'll get more medication then. I'll just suffer for the next 5 days. We have no pain medicine in the house. Also, I asked. I've only got in the last 48 hours, maybe 5, 6 hours of sleep. That's it. because I'm so uncomfortable, so much pain, but I'm not worried about that. But yeah, as far as my health, I found out there's a lot more wrong with me than I absolutely had any inkling. Uh, that's the reason why I say last live stream, because I don't have the energy anymore. I can't see what you guys are basically chatting. The only reason I'm able to see anything right now is because my youngest figured out how to blow the chat up so it's almost 10 inches across just so I can read somewhat. And I'm still having a hard time seeing who's actually saying anything. But yeah, please help us out. We want to get the car fixed tomorrow. We got to get back to work. And honestly, we want to get back to work. We want to get back to work. That's all there is to it. We want to get back to work. The car is running. There's no more don't know what to do or anything like that. No, no. The car's running. It's been running for about 2, 3 weeks now. Actually, I was going to say something. I was going to do a birthday live. My birthday was November 28th. But I was so out of it, I couldn't even do a freaking live on my birthday. There's 2 days of the year that are very, very special to me. It means a lot to me, and that's 4th of July and my birthday. They have the most meaning. Christmas, yeah, it's just another day to me. But 4th of July and my birthday are the most meaningful days of the year. And I couldn't even celebrate my birthday. Because usually I do a live stream on my birthday. I've done live streams on my birthday. But I couldn't do it this year because I just didn't have the energy. That's my biggest issue. I don't have the energy anymore. I'm just so out of it. I'm so weak. And I hate saying that, but it's true. I'm not going to lie. I have never lied to you guys, and I never will. I got my phone in front of me, so uh, soon as donations come in, which I'm praying to God, I really am praying to God. This is one last time people can help out. Because we got to get that car fixed. We got to get that fuel line fixed. And we got to do it now. So please, for the love of God, if you can help out, please do. The links are there. They are viable. They do work. But yeah, this is my last live stream because I just don't have the energy anymore. I honestly don't have the energy anymore. Yeah, my health has gone so downhill. You know, I joke around like I got less than a year, and then I'll be just a memory, and that's it. As I said, I joke around, but sometimes I'm wondering if it's not real. Am I going to make it another year? Am I going to make it to my 59th birthday? I don't know. I would love to. I would love to live for a few more years. I would love to walk one of my girls down the aisle. But we can't figure out what the hell's going on with me. Things aren't looking good. My kidneys are shot. My lungs are shot. My brain is shrinking. My vertebrae in my neck are crushing. Nerve damage. Hello, whoever that is. Is that Jed? Idiot Jed. Hello. Yeah, I've just got all kinds of medical issues going on with me. From 320 to 340 pounds a year ago, I'm down to about 200 pounds now. I'm literally half the man I was a year ago. I am so weak it takes me 10 minutes just to straighten the blankets up on the bed. I spend 80% of the time in bed because I have no energy to go anywhere. I'm only good on my feet for maybe about 5, 10 minutes at a time. Otherwise, I gotta sit down somewhere. I'm in constant pain, about a 7 or 8 pain all the time. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I miss working. I miss doing stuff for myself. The one thing I could actually do really good at was driving. I could sit for hours and drive. But now I'm getting exhausted just sitting here a few minutes. And I want something comfortable. I'm sitting on a couple pillows. I ache all over. Man, I hate the fact that I ran out of rare medicines. I couldn't get to the doctor's last month because I had no ride. And like I said, my 3 month checkup, well, they do lab tests to see where my numbers are. Is in about 5 days from now on the 16th. So we can see where my A1C is at. I know 3 months ago it was 8.1. So I most definitely am diabetic. But like I said, I've got a lot more issues going on with me. Uh, the car, the fuel line busted, blew out. We knew we had a leak. It developed a leak about a week ago. And because, DoorDash is the only thing we do, we had rent that just came up, which we were actually a day behind. Thank God Sage was able to get paid on the 4th so she could cover what we couldn't make on door dashing. And I should say Khalid. So we have no extra money to get it fixed. So we were just going to, hope it lasts another week so we could make more money to go get it fixed because I can't fix it. I simply can't see to fix it. I mean, I've done it before. It doesn't take that long. It really doesn't take that long. You just cut out the section that's bad and splice in a new tube and whatnot. And so it doesn't take that long. It doesn't take a genius, but you need to see what you're doing. And well, since I can't see it, uh, we have to take it to the garage. Like I said before, we know it's going to cost $20 just because I called them up the other day. When it was just leaking. A nice slow leak. Nothing bad. Uh, and he said because we weren't exactly sure what was going on, and I asked him how much it would cost just to lift it up to look for it to figure out what's going on, and he said $20. Well, now that it blew out, we definitely know it's a fuel line, so now it has to be repaired. And it ain't gonna cost just $20. It's gonna cost a little bit more. I'm figuring between $100 to $200 to get it over to the garage. We can't drive the car anywhere. The car is stuck in the driveway. It's got one last 3 or 4 block travel, and that's it. It's just enough gas to get it to the garage. And so the car's not being touched. The gas is coming out. It's pouring out. It's not leaking out. It's pouring out of the car. which is HHRs are well known for gas leaks, fuel line gas leaks. They're just notorious, and they're usually in the same spot: driver's side, back by the rear wheel. And if you ever look underneath there, you see why. One, they don't coat the lines, they don't protect the lines. It's literally in the open. So you got all that salt, especially if you're up in the northern states, you got that salt and whatnot, and it corrodes the lines fast. Especially if you let the car sit for a few months, it will corrode those lines, and that's exactly what happened. And so we need to raise money. We need to raise money. As soon as we get the car fixed, which will only take, like I said, about an hour to fix, and that's it. We just need the money to get it fixed because we don't have the money. We simply don't have the money. Now, we need the car for a number of reasons. One, we need the car because we got to get the car registered because we couldn't pass the emissions test because it just got fixed to running, and so we had to put miles on the car to reset the code or the ECM or the brain or whatever, and so we had to get a temporary tag. We couldn't get a permanent tag without emissions, passing the emissions. Well, yesterday we passed the emissions, but now we got to come up with $120 some odd just for the registration, which we're not worried about if the car is running. And we only got about 5-6 days left to get that done, which is absolutely feasible. I've always said it, during the time of the car, if we get the car running, making money is not that big of a deal. It's not that hard to do. You just need a working vehicle. So now, we got to get this car running. And we got to get it to the garage because I can't do it. I physically cannot see things. I don't have the strength for it. I'm useless. I make a better paperweight than anything else right now. So, sorry guys, I'm in a lot of pain. So yeah, this is going to be my last live stream. I wanted to give you guys my health issues. Like I said, there's a lot more going on. It's not been verified, but all the symptoms are there, and even physical visible images of our brain. My brain's shrinking. I know it sounds kind of funny, but it's shrinking. According to what Mike was reading, my brain has shrunk 5%, which is a good indicator of Alzheimer's. So then I find out I've said it all along, but now it's been verified. I had scoliosis times 2. My vertebrae in my neck are crushing down. Definitely got nerve damage. Muscle mass is almost gone. All my fingers are shot. I can't feel anything I pick up because they're so tingly and numb. I'm 90% blind. Left eye is totally gone. Right eye is almost gone. Everything to me is blurry. Every damn thing I look at. You have to be within a foot of me just to see who the hell you are. If you stand more than 10 feet from me, I have no clue who you are. Not a clue. When I read things, it has to be within inches of my face. Like right now, somebody wrote a big paragraph, and I have to pull up my phone, magnifying glass, just to see what they wrote. But like I said, as far as the car is concerned, it's an easy fix. We just got to raise the money. And because we can't use the car, Yeah. Like I said, it's not that hard, and we got a fairly decent mechanic. You know, it's a mom and pop. It's not no name brand place or anything like that. Uh, we just need to get the money, and we need to get the money ASAP. Like I said, between $100 to $200 should be more than enough to cover to get it fixed because it isn't like they're replacing the whole damn thing. They're literally just going to replace a section, and that's it. So basically, two uh, connectors and a piece of tubing that needs to be replaced. And that's it. Like I said, if I had the parts and I could see, it'd take me 30 minutes at the most to do it myself. But because I can't see and we don't have the parts, besides being cold as hell out there, uh, I can't do it. So, but we got to get this to it so we can make our own money, get back to work. Not, and I'm not saying get back to work, you know, after a year sitting, because like I said, the car is running. We literally could go out there and the car will fire right up. Colleen's been using it for the last 2 weeks, been working. Limited work because of the year of the car not running and not making any extra income. Uh, we lost our phones. So the only phone that we have right now is our oldest, Sage, because she's on a pay pay plan, something like that. So hers is the only phone that we use, and because she works just about every day, uh, you only get to use the phone for about 3 4 hours, and that's it. So it isn't like in the past where we could stay out for hours. I used to stay out between 8 to 12 hours a day, every day. Well, I can't do that anymore. So, like I said, we got bills coming up, but we're not worried about it. We got to get insurance money. We got to get the car registration, which is 120 some odd dollars. And what we're gonna do as far as a phone, our plan is to save about $100 and go to Walmart, get one of those, used phones, and basically do what Sage is doing right now. So Colleen can go out anytime she wants and stay out as long as she wants. But like I said, we got to get the car registered first, and we only got about 5 6 days left, and that's it. The car's got to get registered. We already did an extension on it. That's how we're running it in the first place. It's on an extension because the car wouldn't pass emissions. So please, for the love of God, get the word out. The family needs help one more time. We're trying to raise $100, $200, whatever you could donate. Let's get this car in the garage tomorrow and fixed. But we need the funds. We need the funds. We cannot make our own funds. If we could make our own funds, we could use the car. We'd make our own funds. I wouldn't even be asking for that. I'd be just doing my last live stream. But because we can't use the car and make our own funds, I have to ask one more time. Please, if you can help out, help out. Get the word out. We got to get this car back running. And we only want enough to get the car fixed, and that's it. We're not asking to help us out with the registration. We're not asking for insurance or any other stuff. We're just asking enough to get the car fixed so we can make our own, get back to work, back out there, and make our own money. I got my phone in front of me. Anybody donates anything, I'll know it. I'll let everybody know. And I'll stop talking about raising funds the moment we can hit $100 or better. This is the one time, the only time, I really, really wish that one guy that helped us out in the last year, Jerry, I can't think of his last name, Godwin. I really wish he was. I don't even know if he's still alive. But Jerry, if you are out there, we got the car running, man. But now we need to help keep it running. Like I said, we only need about 100, 200 bucks. And that will get the car fixed. That should be enough to get the car, the section that blew out on the fuel line, fixed. But there ain't a damn thing we can do about it until too late. You know. So, fuck. And I am out of pain medicine. I already asked the house. The house has no pain medicine whatsoever. And I am in so much pain. Please, please, please share this out. Get the word out. Let everybody know what the hell's going on and why this is my last one, my last live stream, because I just don't have the energy no more. I can't see anything. So, give me a couple minutes. I'll be right back. Hello, everybody. Dang it. The one and only time I really need help, the family needs help, is now. We've got to get that fuel line fixed. And it ain't a leak, it's literally pouring out of the fuel lines. And because of my health deterioration, I simply can't fix it. There ain't nothing on that car I can fix anymore. Hell, I can't even drive the car. My license expired. I can't see anything anymore. I'm 90% blind. My fingers are so tingling and numb that I can't even feel things anymore with my fingers. If it ain't thick enough, I can't even grab it. Forget trying to pick up a pin, a safety pin or something like that. It's just not happening. But we got to but anybody that's been following us, and first of all, thank you to all my loyal followers and subscribers out there. Bless you all. You all are angels. You all have been so generous in the past helping us to get us to where we are now, where the car has been actually running. We actually been working for the last couple of weeks until this fuel line bursted last night, yesterday. It's a simple fix, but because nobody's mechanical and I can't fix it myself, we have to take it to the garage. We have no extra income coming whatsoever. And we got to get the car registered. That's going to cost at least 121 bucks. But we're not worried about the registration fees or the insurance fees. Once the car is fixed, we get that fuel line fixed, we can make our own money, get right back to work like we have been for the last couple of weeks. We just don't have the funds to get it fixed. It won't take long to get it fixed at all. We only have about 5, maybe 6 days left to get that car registered. We're already on an extension. So it is like somebody comes out and says, oh, you get a car extension. Yes, we know. That's how the car is running in the first place. Because we couldn't pass the emissions because the car finally got running after a year of sitting. Uh, we had to put some miles on it to reset the computer. So it wouldn't pass the emissions the first couple of times around until we got some miles on it, which we did do. Yesterday morning, the car actually passed the emissions. So now all we have to do now is come up with 121, which we could do. Absolutely, we're not worried about it. That's why you didn't hear anything yesterday about this or nothing, because uh, we were just going to make our own money like I've always wanted. And I've always said, if the car's running, we can make our own money. But this threw us in a tailspin that we simply can't get out without your guys' help. It's straight up, honestly, I've always been honest with you guys, but like I said, without you guys, we can't get this car fixed. It needs to get fixed ASAP. As soon as I can raise the money, the sooner we can get the car. We got enough. There's enough gas in the car right now that we could drive it to the garage, but that's it. Then it sits until that fuel line's fixed. We had almost a full tank yesterday, but when that fuel line blew out, it poured out of it. Wasted almost 10 gallons of gas. That's a lot of money. especially for a family that's been struggling for the last year. So like I said, anything will help out. 5, 10, 20 bucks, anything. Someone's out there got deep enough pockets, got the $100, boom. That way I can at least stop talking about that and try to finish up my last live stream because I'm saying last live stream because of the simple fact that I physically cannot do live streams anymore. I can't see. I don't have the strength. I don't have the energy to do live streams anymore. I'm in constant pain until the doctors could truly figure out what the hell's wrong with me. There's not much I can do about it. My driving days are done. So Lord God on high, if you can hear me, please send some angels. You know what needs to be done. Please, Lord, send some angels. We're not asking for much. We always never ask for much. Just enough to get done what needs to be done. Amen. I am so tired. I'm physically and mentally exhausted. I only eat once a day. Anything more, it hurts. I have my phone right in front of me. If I can hit $100, I'll stop talking about trying to raise some money for the car. Because like I said, it's going to cost between $100 to $200. $100 at least get it started. Maybe I could give them some tubing because I got plenty of fuel line tubing. It's just I don't have the ends. I don't have the couplings. And I can't see what to do to fix it. So I have no choice. We have no choice but to take it to a garage. I prefer doing it myself. I've always preferred fixing the car myself. But when your hands are tied, what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? You know, it never hurts to ask for help. It's getting the help is what hurts. Please, Lord, send some donors. So I could call the garage and get the car in tomorrow. Get that fuel line fixed and get back to work. Thank you for the hearts. But the hearts ain't gonna pay for the bills. Somebody's going nuts with those hearts. Thank you. Please get the word out, share it out. Like I said, this is it. This is the last live stream, folks. 7, 8 years. It was a good run. Had a lot of fun. Met a lot of great people out there. I'm sad that it's come down to this, but life goes on. Shit, you're handed what you're given, and you have to live with it. Like I said, folks, I got the phone right here. As soon as we get hit at least 100, I can stop talking about this bullshit. I've got Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. Links are on top. They do work. Nothing so far. Fuck. Oh. It's amazing what 24 hours could do. Change your life. Like I said, a little more than 24 hours ago, we were fine. We were trying to save up money to get the... See, we knew the fuel line was leaking. We knew the gas line was leaking. But it was such a slow leak, we weren't worried about it. And another reason we could get it fixed right then and there when we found the gas leak, because we had rent to pay. We had bills to pay. That had to come first. Because we were still able to go out and DoorDash and work. To the point that all we were trying to do is get the car passed to pass the emissions, which yesterday morning it passed. It finally passed. The problem is now we got to come up with the registration fees, which we weren't worried about. We honestly were not worried about it because, we got like 5, 6 days, which is more than enough time to make $127. And like I said, it was just a really slow gas leak, which we would have fixed eventually. But less than 8 hours later, Cully comes home and says, gas line blew. The fuel line blew on the car. It is not dripping out no more. It is pouring out. Almost lost a full tank of gas yesterday. In minutes. So it's literally pouring out of the gas. We can't put more gas in it because it just pours right out. The gas that is left in there, as soon as we can raise this $100 or more, we got enough gas to drive it to the garage and get it fixed tomorrow. But we need the funds because we don't have no other funds coming in. We weren't worried about other funds coming in. You know, we make our own money. If the car was running, Colleen'd be out right now. Colleen would definitely be out working right now. She would have been out working last night. And on top of that, our hot water tank went out on us the other day, a couple days ago. It took them almost 3 days to get that fixed. They had to get a new hot water heater, so nobody could take showers around here. It's just one thing after another. I mean, seriously, just one fucking thing after another. But we thought we finally were seeing the light at the end of the tunnel when we got the car running. Cost us damn near $500, but we got the car running. The car was actually running. It's still running. We can literally just go out to the car. It's firing up. It will fire up. It will move. But not until that fuel line gets repaired. It's an easy fix. It really is an easy fix. It's just I can't do it. I can't see it. I can't feel anything with my fingertips. And I don't have all the parts. So we have no choice but to take it to the garage and have them fix it real quick. But to do that, we have to have funds because we have no extra funds. We literally just paid off the rent and some other bill I can't remember. So we have no funds. I mean, thank God for food stamps and stuff like that. We got plenty of food. We ain't worried about food. But we got to get this car fixed. It's a no-brainer. It's we have no choice. We lost a year's worth of work because of the frickin' transmission and the clutch and all that. And then almost 4 months because we simply couldn't get the car started. The car just would not start. To the point that my oldest says enough's enough, and she took it to the garage and had them fix it. So we had a working car. We still have a working car. We just got to get the fuel line fixed, and I need about $100 because we don't have it. It's just that simple, folks. We don't have it, and if anybody can help us out, please do. I've got my phone in front of me. The pay links are there. They're pinned at the top. 5, 10, $20, anything. Somebody out there's got at least $100. Drop it. I want us to get off this nonsense and get the car running again. The car runs, actually the engine runs really good. No knocking, no nothing. Knock on wood. Brakes cleaned up really good. We were kind of concerned about that, like the rotors, because they were really rusted from sitting in the elements. Lord, please, please send somebody, send some people to help us out. We're not asking much. We never ask for much. Just enough to get fixed and done what we need done. And I've got nothing to sell. I've absolutely got nothing to sell. Somebody can loan it to us. Just know that just keep in mind that it's going to take a couple months to pay you back. You know, maybe like $20 a week. So somebody can loan us $100. We'd be so happy. We want to get the car in the garage tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, we want to get that car in the garage because by the evening, we want to get working. Ah, uh, frickin' car. The fuel line blew on it. And because I can't work on it because I can't see it, we have to get it in the garage. And it's going to cost at least $100. And we just paid off rent and everything else, so we didn't have any money. But the car is running. The car is absolutely running. Collie was out working for the last couple of weeks, been out there door dashing when she could because we're limited to one phone for about 2, 3 hours a day, and that's about it. But at least we were working. But last night the fuel line it blew out, so there's not much we could do about it. It has to get fixed because we just passed the emissions, so the car is legal as far as emissions concerned, and we only got about 5, 6 days left of that to get the car registered. But we're not worried about that. We're not looking for funds for that. We're just looking for funds to get the car in the garage and get it fixed ASAP so we can make our own funds. So I'm asking anybody and everybody, please get the word out. We're only looking for about $100. If you want to donate more, fine. Because I honestly don't know how much it's going to cost. I really don't know how much it's going to cost. I do know I called the guy here. Thank you, sir. But yeah, we got it. I didn't want to be doing this. You know, I figured this would just be my last live stream. Thanking everybody for being such loyal fans and friends and family and whatnot. Let you guys know my health issues and stuff like that. But I was going to wait till I was feeling better because right now I'm in. GoFundMe would take me too long. This has got to get done with literally within the next 5, 6 days. And besides, I've told you before, I can make me a GoFundMe, but I've got so many haters out there, they'll do exactly what they did to you. And you know what I'm talking about. They'll do exactly what they did to you and probably even worse. And besides, I'm not looking for thousands of dollars. I'm not looking for hundreds of dollars. I'm just looking for $100 because that's all it's going to take. It's an easy fix. Honestly, if one of you guys were here, I could talk you through it. If you could put up with the cold. It's literally two connectors and a piece of tubing in between. And all you do is find out where the hole's at in the fuel line. You cut out both sides, cut it out, put the ends on, the connectors on, put the tubing in between, and it's done. It's that freaking easy. But you need to be able to see what you're doing because it isn't just the fuel line underneath there. You got the brake lines underneath there. You can't be just yanking on it and stretching it out and stuff like that. You got to be careful. But it isn't that hard. If I had the parts, I'd probably try to talk Colleen through it, but it's so cold out there, she'll freeze in minutes because you're working with metal. So like I said, if I could raise $100, that's all we're looking for. It's just a freaking $100, so we could take it to the garage. I already talked to the guy because I was talking about with the cars when we first learned that it was leaking gas at all in the first place, and but we didn't know exactly what was going on. And he said he'd charge only $20 just to lift it up, and find where the leak's coming from. Well, now we know what it is. It is a fuel line. Uh, so I don't know what it's going to cost to have to actually repair it and then get the parts to repair it. So I'm literally guessing $100. It could be less, it could be more. I don't know. And we won't know until we get the car there. And we can't move the car because there's just enough gas to get it to the garage, and that's it. That's where it sits until it gets fixed. And they won't release it once it's fixed until it's paid off. And we need the car. We need the car yesterday. So I'm begging, I'm pleading. And yes, I'll say it. I'm not proud of it, but I'll say it. I am begging to help get this car fixed. Because it was nice after a year of no car, then finally getting the car fixed, which cost almost $500 just to get it running. And we were so ecstatic, so happy. We were finally had a car again, are out working, and then to have this blow up on us. But it isn't major. It isn't like need a new engine rebuilt or anything. We just need to get the fuel line fixed, and I simply cannot do it. I can't see it. I can't feel the piping. I'm so weak. I am mentally and physically weakened. My brain's shrinking. I'm in a lot of pain because I ran out of nerve. Yeah, I know exactly that's what it was. It's exactly what it is. Up north here, and also on top of that, you got to add HHRs are good cars. They'll last you a long time. The problem is the way they design and place the fuel lines. They rust. Every frickin' HHR has the same issue in the exact same spot. It's open, it's exposed, and there's nothing protecting it. So, yeah, they'll rust out, even with just water, not just salt. They just corrode. I mean, I had to fix it once. It's not the first time I've had issues with that fuel line. And according to, see, I haven't been outside the house in a month and a half. That's how bad I am. So, but we got to get this car fixed because we got enough time to make our own money. That's why I'm not asking for extra money. That's why I'm not asking money to help us pay for the registration because we can make our own damn money. I mean, I don't know why, but I'll tell you what, if I was able to work and able to work the way I was working before, I'd make $150, $200 a night. Easy around here. I absolutely would make $100 to $200 a night if I were able to work the way I was working before. Because you got to remember, I worked from anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a day, every day. I mean, Colleen here a few days ago, last week, she said she went out for 2 hours, just 2 hours, and made $50. In 2 hours, she made $50. So we can make the money. We just need to have the car working. And to do that, because like I said, we literally just paid off rent and everything else like that, which we were actually one day late. But we got that taken care of. We weren't worried about. That's why you never heard anything from us because we can make our own damn money. And but because we can't use the car, we can't make our own money to get the car fixed. We need your help to get the car fixed so we can make our own money and get it registered and get it insured and all that other good stuff. Because we got bills coming up too, you know. God, I'm in so much pain. I have no more pain medicine. I ran out 3 days ago, especially for my nerves. but I'm not too worried about it. Well, I really wish I did have some pain medicine, but I only got 5 more days to the 16th. That's when I go to the doctor and then I can get prescribed new stuff. Yeah, you did that? Yeah, I watched it. I kept thinking to myself the whole time I was watching. I was like, Lord, this is my prayer to you. This is my song to you. Please hear us. I gotta get off this hard chair for a couple of minutes. I'll be watching on the iPad. I'll talk to you guys there, but give me a couple of minutes, will you? And we are back on cam. Hmm. How do you know who's still out there? I just wish somebody could help us out. What do you want, baby? I don't have anything. Yeah, 5, 10, 20 bucks. Anybody? Get enough people to donate small donations. Like I said, all we're looking for is 100 bucks. Because honestly, I don't even know if that's going to be enough or it's more than enough. I just don't know. But anything will help. Because like I said, if we start this car, we got just enough gas to get it to the garage to get it fixed. Because I simply can't do it no more. I simply cannot physically do it anymore. If I could, the car would have been fixed by now. Had an able-bodied person, I could literally talk them through what needs to be done. As somebody that could stand the cold. Sorry, I eat M&Ms. Otherwise, how you guys doing out there? Who the hell is Roxy barking at? Jerry guy. We really need him. God, it would be a miracle to see this Jerry guy come up. Jerry, Jerry, Jerry. Fuck. Oh, we need a miracle. And it's really, really stupid. I mean, extremely stupid. Such an easy, easy fucking fix. Alright, guys. I'm gonna call it for right now. I might come on later tonight or definitely tomorrow. Again, please, please get the word out. We're only looking for $100. My PayPal link is in my bio. Anything will help. Like I said, we're only looking for about $100 because I know it's gonna cost. It's gonna at least the minimum is gonna be at least $100. So, but we need to get the car back running as soon as possible so we can make our own money again. Until then, love you guys.